Bank of Canada cuts 25 basis points. Totally expected. But interestingly, not expected 3 weeks ago. It was only about a 24% chance of a 25 basis points cut 3 weeks ago. But of course, everything's changed. Nothing is the same. It's all totally gone crazy thanks to Donald Trump. And this is what we're up against. And there will be more cuts. So this was totally expected. And the expectation just grew and grew and grew over the last 10 days. Here's the truth. Do we really understand what tariffs are happening when, and will they really happen, and what's going on? But here's what we do know for sure. Something's going to happen. Something's going to happen. Look, the United States economy is about 16 or 17 times bigger than Canada's economy. They're the reserve currency of planet Earth. They are up with China as the biggest military power on the planet. If they want to do something, they can do it. Sure, elbows up, all that stuff. Got to fight back, can't lay down. But in the end, if President Trump wants tariffs, there'll be some tariffs. It'll happen. Now, how it happens, when it happens, how much it happens, nobody really knows. I don't think he knows. But he's committed to this thing. And interestingly, he's committed to a bad stock market result because of it. I mean, stock market cratered the other day. He just kind of shrugged it off. He promised people there would be problems with the stock market. There would be some issues. And then, of course, in another year, it will be the greatest thing ever. So we know something's going to happen. We know there will be some kind of tariffs, and tariffs are devastating for this country. Severe tariffs, particularly. The 25% tariffs are just off the charts terrible. And the Bank of Canada governor knows this. The other thing the Bank of Canada governor knows, Tiff Macklem understands that just the threat of tariffs screws our economy into the ground. Look, nobody's going to open a new business. Nobody's going to open a new plant. Nobody's going to say, you know what, I'm going to hire another employee because I think I can expand to the States. Hell no. No, that's not going to happen at all. So consumer desire just falls flat. People say, you know what, I better save. I better not spend. I better save. I better cancel that vacation or not book the vacation. And we got to put some money away. I don't know how things are going to go. This looks bad. And yeah, that just is the downward spiral of any kind of economic decline. And that's what that's what we're seeing. And that's what the Bank of Canada governor understands. So 25 basis points today, almost certainly 50 basis points on April 16th. That if there's locked in tariffs, supposedly on the 2nd of April, there's more tariffs. I think there's some tariffs now. I can never keep track. It changes so much. It's impossible to keep track of. But there will be, if there are tariffs, when the next Bank of Canada meeting rolls around and they are obvious tariffs and there are obvious plant closures, it's going to be 50 beeps. In fact, you can bet that the rate that started yesterday at 3% and is now 2.75, you can bet it's going to be 2 soon, like summer, or lower, or 1.5, or a series of 50 basis point cuts. Look, this is reality. So what will that do? Will the housing market suddenly go back to multiple bids and prices through the roof and real estate to the moon? No, it won't. Absolutely not. Because it's just too concerning for people who are making investments in buying properties. And nobody's getting back into the rental market. Rents keep dropping during a bad economy. Yeah, they go rock bottom. So was I right when I said to take variable about a year ago? Yeah, I was right. Will it probably keep going down? Yeah, like almost certainly. After today's 25 bip cut, another 50 bips, another 50 bips. We'll have a variable rate that's probably in the mid to low 3s. But here's something important to understand. If you can get a 5-year fixed, and you notice I didn't say 3-year, because when things are volatile, worrisome, and hey, guess what? Eventually, with tariffs, inflation comes back. Might take till the end of the year. I know. Some people are going to say, no, Ron, it'll be right away. Okay, whatever. I think the Bank of Canada is going to drop first before they think about raising. Inflation comes back. We know what happens. We've watched that before very recently. Rates go back up. Fixed rates go up. So here's an idea. As I said, again, almost a year ago, variable, but if you can lock in, you got to pick that sweet spot. I know people hate market timing, but it's possible if you're willing to watch it. If you can get a 5-year fixed below 3.8, like 379, 369, it's a pretty good idea to take it. And, but Ron, they're going to go all the way down into the 2s. I don't know that's true, because if inflation returns, even the smell of inflation, what does it smell like? Anyway, if it shows up, fixed rates will go up. It's just as simple as that. So that's the advice. Variable comes down, but keep an eye on fixed. If you can get a great deal, a fixed rate in the 3s, mid to highish 3s, take it.